Welcome to Chopping It Up with Josh and Jordan.
Welcome back to another episode of Chopping It Up with Josh and Jordan. Man, we just hit 100 subs. We just got past our 100 subs. We were at 90 something at the beginning of last week, and to already jump up to 108 now at the time of this recording, it's pretty cool, Jordan, to already be up at 100 subscribers, which I don't know if I ever would have guessed that we would have gotten there quite this quickly.
Yeah, man, growing really fast on this channel. It's cool to see. And guys, we've been talking about it for a while. We have a 100 subscriber special we filmed yesterday, and that's in the works to
Yeah.
get edited and put out. So keep your eyes peeled for that one, man. It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, I'll probably either come out maybe later this week or in the next week or sometime. But that was a whole lot of fun. I'm still maybe a little sore from it. But no, it's real fun. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be coming up in the next few days, and all our other stuff is as well with the shorts and our weekly games that we have going on. But that 100 sub special was certainly I think our most entertaining video to record, and I'm really excited to see how that comes out, Jordan.
Yeah, man, 100%. I'm looking forward to seeing the final product for sure. So thank you guys for watching, and keep it up. Keep telling your friends and everyone about us, and we really appreciate you guys. But let's get straight into this episode today. I have a wonky game here, Josh, and I'm gonna go ahead and
You
shout
always
out.
do, man. You always
Yeah, I
do.
mean they do call me the wonky game master for a reason. But
That's
um,
true. That's true.
so I want to shout out JM Baseball for this idea. They did a series about this, so hopefully they don't sue us or anything for using this concept. But we're just gonna go ahead and do it. So shout out to them for the idea. But we have the OPS plus battle. So Josh, I've told Google to pick a random number between 75 and 150, and the number it picked was 124. So here's what we're gonna do, Josh. Um, we are gonna spin a random wheel with the MLB teams on it, kind of like last week's game. But whenever you get
Yep.
this
Yep.
wheel, whatever team you get, you have to go ahead and guess a player and a year for that player. And you're going to have to try and get the year with the OPS
Sounds
plus
interesting.
closest
Sounds
to
interesting.
124. So, um, we'll pick 5 players each and go back and forth here. And at the end, we'll average it
Can they
out. And
be any position? Does it matter?
nope, position doesn't matter, just any player.
Okay, cool.
Yep. So, why don't you go ahead and get us started off here, Josh?
All right. So I need a bounce back. This one, I lost last week kind of by default, but at least with this one, it's their anyone in their history, right?
Yes, sir.
Or does it have to be
No, anytime, man.
the Angels?
Ooh.
Um, I kind of want to. I'm between two guys. I kind of want to go like Joe Adell last year. He was solid. Or what's his name? Outfielder who just got traded to the Orioles.
Taylor Ward?
Taylor Ward had a really solid season. So it's not like I don't know. 124 is a solid season. Like that's a good season, almost all-star level, but it's not like an insane season. So I might go Taylor Ward 2025 as my Angels dude. I
You
don't know if
said
that's
Taylor
that's the
Ward?
best pick there. Yep, Taylor Ward 2025.
All right, I'm looking it up right now, Josh. Taylor Ward 2025 had an OPS plus of 116.
It's not terrible. So we're trying to get the closest to 124, like average them all out.
Yes, sir. So, if you have a pick that's super low, you could go ahead and pick a guy that's super high,
Yeah,
try to
can
get
bounce back.
your average
That's,
back in there. But 116, not bad.
no, that's not bad. It's only 8 off, right? That's not bad. He had a really good season last year, so I'm surprised it's 116, but that's actually not too bad.
No, not bad at all there, Josh. So, let me go ahead here. I got the Seattle Mariners. Interesting. See, this one's tough because they
Mariners.
haven't had a many guys that are like crazy good here, Josh. But again, 124 doesn't have to be the best year ever.
Yeah. Just a solid all around season.
So I'm thinking about an interesting one here, Josh. The issue is I don't know what year this would have been for this dude. I'm thinking of, my man Mike Zunino.
Mike who?
Mike Zunino, man. We need more representation for guys with Z as their last name.
I don't know if I've ever heard of my man Mike Zunino.
Really? All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and try Mike Zunino 2017, and if he's not on the team, then I'm just gonna go ahead and pick a different one. But Mike Zunino here. We got
I don't know if I've ever heard of him.
Zunino. I believe he was a catcher. Zunino 17. Okay, this is his best year. OPS plus of what did I say? 17?
Yeah.
Josh, his OPS plus is 125.
Oh, dang, what a start.
Oh my goodness. That is incredible. I honestly could not have asked for a better start there. Wow.
Just one over in this interesting. I've never heard of him.
You've never heard of Mike Zunino?
No, Mike Zunino.
Yeah, man, one-time All-Star.
One-time All-Star. All right, let's see who I get here. I get the Guardians. That's an interesting pick right there.
It's a tough one, Josh.
So I need slightly better. I could go. I could go with like Lindor or something with one of his better seasons. Do I try that or not? What seasons? Oh, I'm trying to remember when he came over. I think Lindor, was it Lindor 21? Was that one of his more solid seasons? Because he came over just right after that, right?
Yes, sir. I believe so.
I think I'm gonna go with Lindor 21 for the Guardians. Can't think of too many Guardian dudes outside of J-Ram, but
Lindor 21, Josh. Let's check it out. Hopefully he's not on the Mets, or you're gonna have to pick a different guy.
That's fine.
Lindor 21 is in fact on the Mets, unfortunately.
When did he switch over then?
21.
When did he get? Oh, okay. Really?
Yes, sir. And just so you know, that season was exactly 100, by the way.
Let's go. I'm gonna go J-Ram, I think. Now the question is, what season?
Jose Ramirez. It's a close one. It's a close one for which season to go to here.
I'll go J-Ram 23.
J-Ram 23. Good pick, Josh. 128.
I know you're solid. Oh, that's good. I needed that to balance out my
great pick.
116.
Well done.
Thank you.
Hopefully you're right.
I have my calculator. I actually have my calculator app open, and I'm just putting in my numbers, and I can get the average when we're all done.
It's a good thought process, Josh. Let me go ahead and do that as well here. All right, there we go.
But J-Ram, one of the better third basemen.
Yes,
so, I mean, really, it's any one of those seasons, but I'm pretty sure, he's all right last year, but the last few, especially just a few years ago, he's gross.
Yes, sir. All right, let's see what I got.
He's a small dude too. I saw something. He's like almost Ozzy's height. He's not that big of a dude. And he'll put up 30, 40 homer seasons every year. Yeah.
Good night. Took down Tim Anderson too. So.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Josh. I got.
if you remember that video, he's like all the way punching.
Oh, that is true. He was kind of punching upwards on that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's kind of going like that.
Good call.
Oh, you going with Barry Bonds here?
Yeah, you know what? Barry Bonds 2003 might be the play here. No.
Actually, that would be an interesting strat. You go for Barry Bonds 2003, then just think of like the single worst players ever. And
True,
then
but
next
that'd
year
be
was like you
tough
go out and
because you'd
get
have to
Nick Allen.
go. Oh, Nick Allen. Yikes, man. That would be bad. Ugh.
That's what I'm saying though. You go for Bonds and then you go with Nick Allen to balance it out a little bit.
I mean, you could do that, but I don't think I'm gonna go that route here, Josh. Um,
Sounds like a fun route though.
you know what route I think I'm gonna go? I think I'm gonna go to another
What
catcher,
route you gonna
Josh.
go? Oh, you're loading up on your
Yeah, man.
124 OPS plus catchers.
You know I am, brother. I'm going to Buster Posey here, though.
Oh,
The
that's a good one.
question is,
What
what
season?
year? Buster Posey. No, really good
He's
early
still only like
2000s. They are not old at all.
retired and he's like 30.
Let's go Buster Posey 2000. I think 15 was his best year, but I don't think I want to go there because that might be higher. Let's go
Good thought
to
process.
Buster Posey 2016. Go ahead and type that
Okay.
in here. Just so you guys know, so I can't cheat. I'm currently typing it in right now.
Okay.
26. Oh, shoot. That looks like a good season. Oh, okay. Not bad. Not bad. 2016 Buster Posey had 115 OPS plus.
Oh, okay. So there you go. I think right now we're both sitting at pretty similar spots.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you're doing good. This will be my third dude here, I think. Ooh, the Dodgers.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go Freddie Freeman last year because I think he was solid, but he wasn't. Or do I want to go 2 years ago? I'm gonna go Freddie 24. I think I'm gonna go Freddie 24. He was good, but I don't think, he wasn't quite. He was solid in 24, but I don't, especially
Freddie
last year. I don't
Freeman.
know.
Wow, dude.
I'm gonna
This
go
is
Freddie 24.
incredible. Dude, Freddie Freeman's lowest year is like 113. Freddie 24, Josh, 141.
Wow.
I know, a lot higher than
Okay, I need
expected.
to.
Good grief,
I'm gonna
man.
have to look. What was his OPS plus last season then?
Also 141.
Oh wow.
He actually put
Okay,
up
so I gotta
almost the
lower it
exact
down.
same season. That's kind of crazy.
That's interesting. I guess it's because he didn't have like the wildest numbers stat wise, but
Not at all, man. But 141,
still
you
getting
kind
a
of got to go
141.
with a little bit lower here.
Yeah, I do. Let me do some math to see where I gotta bring this down to. Oh,
All
okay,
right,
just very slightly.
let's see where I get here. Come on, give me something good. Give me some. Oh no. Oh no. I
What
got the
did you get? What
Rockies,
did you get?
Josh. I got the Colorado Rockies.
You want to know something sad that I just saw the other day
What's that?
regarding the Colorado Rockies?
What'd you
You
see,
know my
man?
man Chris Bryant.
I do
I
know your
was
man, Chris
I, I was
Bryant.
looking the other day, and it was, I can't remember if it was Fuzzy or someone playing MLB The Show, and Chris Bryant, he's looking for him, couldn't find him, and he's just a normal,
What?
like he's just a normal rarity now.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
that's
dude.
sad, man. Chris Bryant just a few years ago, I mean, he's probably he's a top MVP candidate, especially with the Cubs, and been hurt so much over the last few years. But when I saw that, I was like, man, Chris Bryant being bumped down to a normal.
It's
Like, it ain't
unfortunate.
even his fault. I'd rather him come back and go crazy. Like, I do like Rendon. Like, sure, he could be a normal, but you kind of sucks for someone like Bryant.
Yeah,
Kind of
man,
liked him.
really good.
He's a good Cubs dude.
Real good with the Cubs, man. Helped them win the World Series there, but I don't think
Ooh,
I'm gonna
him,
take
Rizzo,
Chris Bryant,
Baez,
man.
probably the smart option.
Let's see. I kind of want to take my man, Charlie Blackmon. It's a
What season?
He had a good beard, man. You remember that beard he had?
one of the best beers. He very well could have been on the Dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Yeah.
remember a while back, sometimes we'll play like once a year or two, we'll play baseball with these different guys for just a random outing. Remember there's always this dude who looked like Charlie Blackmon.
It's true. He did really look like Charlie Blackmon.
He had the same beard and everything. It's very interesting. I think he
Yes,
played
sir.
left for us. Or no, I think he played right. I think he played right.
Oh, I actually thought he played left, but yeah, right sounds about right because I think you played left last time.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, we all kind of kept shifting
Yeah,
around.
yeah, we did. Charlie Blackmon. I think I'm gonna take his 2016 season. This could be really bad, or it could be like the best season ever, which still would not be good. But Charlie Blackmon 2016 was an OPS plus of 130.
Ooh,
130
that's pretty
OPS
good.
plus. Let me make sure I got the right one here. It's kind of hard to see with all these lines.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is 130. I'll take that. That's really
Pick,
good.
good pick.
Thank you, man.
Do you know where you're standing? I'm slightly over right now because of that. Fred.
Punching it in right
I
now.
don't know. You sound like you're pretty much right there.
I'm at 123.3, Josh.
Wow. I don't know if I can beat that if you keep going up, but let's see who I'm gonna get right here. I need to go for something slightly lower, maybe in the 115 range. And we're gonna start with the Padres. Who do I want to go with the Padres? I mean, Tatis was alright last season, but he wasn't crazy offensive. See, some of these OPS plus is such an interesting one to kind of guesstimate on. Ha-Sung Kim was, I think in 24. Wow, was 24 his good year or was 23 his good year? You also have Jurickson Profar before he was using them PEDs and he had his crazy season, but I'm pretty sure, wasn't he on the Padres one more season before that?
I'm pretty sure he was there for a few years before.
Well, yeah, he kind of bounced back and forth there a few times.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, let's see. Profar 23. I'm gonna try Profar 23.
All
I'm
right.
looking for somewhere in the 110-ish range.
Jurickson Profar.
I'm looking for something in the 110-ish range because I'm a good bit over there.
2023. He went to the Padres halfway through the year. Man, he sucked with Colorado that year. Holy moly. All right. Jurickson Profar 23, Josh.
Or if he kind of sucks, that's fine. I can sit right back in the middle.
Josh, Jurickson Profar 23 had an OPS plus of 81.
Ooh, that kind of tells you he took PEDs, man. If you go from 81 to the next season, what's his next season's OPS?
134.
Yeah, I didn't want that. You go from 81 to 134, and then yeah, something's definitely changing there. All right, let's see. Okay, so I'm a little under now, so now I gotta raise it back up.
Hey, the good thing is you still have one more pick. So if you get
I do.
and you need a really good player now, pretty much, right?
Oh, let's see. Yeah.
Oh no.
Who'd you get?
I got the Miami Marlins. But
Okay.
I think I have the solution. I think I might have the solution.
You have the solution?
I think I might. I'm gonna go with Christian Yelich 15.
Ooh,
I think that might be the play.
it's a pretty good play.
Because he was pretty solid, but not like anything like he was on the Brewers. Christian Yelich, 2015. Oh, yo, why did this big ad pop up? Get out of here. Oh, my goodness. Trying to look at this OPS plus. Christian Yelich, 15, had an OPS plus of 118.
Okay. And you
I'll
were
take
just
that.
slightly under, so now you're a little more under. Alright, I basically need the best player that has ever played for whatever team I'm about to get to. And that's the Red Sox.
Oh, they had a lot of good players, Josh.
Oh, they did, but years is what's going to be quite difficult. Hmm. I mean, I could go Big Poppy here. The
Oh, you
question is,
could.
what season? I'm pretty
Could
sure
go Poppy.
2008 he kind of mashed. I kind of want to go Big Poppy.
I wouldn't blame you for doing it.
I mean, you also got Mookie 18. Actually,
We know that
where
year.
that was his MVP season.
I believe so.
Mm.
Yes, sir.
And in order to win MVP, you got to think your OPS at least has to be 140, 150.
What
Ooh,
OPS are you going for here, Josh?
140 plus.
Okay.
But the thing is, Betts is also just solid defensively as well. I'm stuck. I'm trying to think of either Betts or if I want to go like Big Poppy.
It's a tough one, man. I will tell you this, Josh. Mookie Betts has never had a season under 100 OPS plus.
You know what? You know what? Why not? Mookie Betts 18. He won an MVP. He had to at least have an insane season. And I really I need in like the 170 range in order to bounce back from that profile.
Josh, Mookie Betts did have an insane year with an OPS plus of 186.
186.
186, Josh.
Oh, that might have been a little too much.
That was pretty absurd.
Yeah, that put me not in a great spot. Dang, 186.
I can really screw this up
What
though.
was his slash line there?
Josh, Mookie Betts in 2018. Let's just start off with this. He had a 10.7 WAR that season. He batted 346, 438 on base, 640 slug.
Whew. Yeah, I
That's a
overshot
crazy
that a little
season.
bit.
Good grief.
All right, I see where how close I am. All right, you have one more guess, right?
I do. Let's see what team
Let's
I
see.
get here. Come on, please give me someone good.
Man, I did not realize I did not realize he was that good. I knew he was good, obviously MVP, but you're looking at Acuna's OPS before or OPS plus before, and he was like 170. So, and he had a 40-70 season. So, in order to put up 186, it's crazy.
All right, Josh. I got the Chicago Cubs.
Okay, I think you have a pretty solid few options here.
I definitely do. I could really screw
I
it up
think
though somehow.
I think you should just go Sammy Sosa.
Oh, good option there. Yeah,
Yeah, I got
Sammy
you.
Sosa, 1998, man. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going with that, bro. Let's see. Could go
I have a feeling
Rizzo,
you're
Bryant,
just gonna get this
Baez.
dead on. You're gonna average to 124, like exactly.
It would be
That Betts
nice.
one. I was trying to really counteract, but I counteracted a little too hard. I did not. I would have guessed like 150 something, not 180. That's pretty impressive.
That was by far his best season. I think his next best was like
Well, yeah,
150.
that's what I needed, but
Yeah. Um, Cubs.
He's kind of fallen off a bit too, Mookie Betts.
That is
Especially last
definitely
season
true.
offensively. I think his
Yeah,
OPS
that
was like
was his
under
worst
800.
offensive season. Yes.
All right, who you going with here?
I'm gonna go with a guy I grew up really enjoying, and he's fallen off an absolute cliff, which is pretty much all of these Cubs players. But
That's
I'm
true.
gonna go with Javier Baez,
Javi Baez.
and I'm gonna go with Javi Baez, 2000.
He was an MVP finalist one year, wasn't he?
He was. The issue is I don't know that I want to go with that year. He was good defensively though, so that could be. You know what? Give me Javi Baez 2016. I think that might have been the year.
That was more towards the very beginning of his career.
Javi Baez
Because I think he got
2016.
traded to the Mets in like 2020 or something like that.
Oh no.
21 maybe.
Oh no.
What?
Josh, I might have really messed this up.
What is his OPS in 2016?
94.
Oh!
I might have really messed this up.
Pick. That was a bad pick.
Oh my goodness.
What was the season you were thinking of?
It was 2018 that I should have went with.
Yeah.
With 129. Oh no.
Well, I thought it was closer to 18.
Oh
All
no.
right, man. I tallied up my numbers. You were under to begin with, right?
I might have just screwed this up big time, Josh.
I don't know. I'll tell you this. I'm not very close to it yet.
Neither
I'm
am I,
not very
man.
close to 124.
I was right. I was at 122 before this, and now I'm down a good bit.
I'm up a good bit. I think you still have me.
I think you might have me. What you got, Josh?
So I ended at 130.4, which gives me I'm 6.4 off of 124.
This is not good, Josh. You got me.
What was your final?
116.4.
Oh.
I was right on it too. That sucks.
I really don't know how you missed that one because I was over by a good bit.
Josh, I want to see what would have happened. I just want to see what would have happened if I had gone with 2018 Javi Baez, man.
Well, 2018 you would have won. I mean.
Oh, I know that, but I want to see what it would have been.
How close? How close?
It would have been 123.4, Josh. Dang it. It's unfortunate.
Well,
Josh.
I won this week. Last week I lost by default because of my bad rolls, but you kind of sold right then.
I did, man. It sucks, but good game to you, Josh.
I overshot with the Mookie Betts and it was close. You had some great pools to start, and then you just kind of fell off.
Hey, Bert, shout out to my man Mike Zanino, though. If you're watching this, man,
Mike Zanino.
Keep doing what you do, man. I'm proud of you.
I think Mike Zanino's watching this.
I think he is, man. He's cool.
Okay.
Man, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I came across with a dub in your nice wonky game there, Jordan.
Maybe I might be kicking myself, but I really did enjoy that game. I wouldn't mind doing it again in the future here, Josh.
Yeah, no, it's definitely fun. It's definitely fun.
All right, well, I guess that wraps it up, man. Let's go ahead and get on into Tomahawk Talk.
Now it's time for Tomahawk Talk.
That's right, boys. It's time for Tomahawk Talk, and boys, it's an exciting time right now, guys. Spring training wrapping up. We're about to get into opening day. Looking forward to it here, Josh.
Yeah, man. Opening day for us, at least, is Friday, and we'll get into all the other stuff, with teams starting up for the season. But yeah, man, we have spring training winding down. There's only I think 2 more spring training games. I think the last one's on Tuesday, so we're pretty much there, man. It's all spring training's now behind us. Some of the final roster cuts are happening, and it's been fun. It's fun. It's fun to finally get into the start of the season. I'm really looking forward to it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. But this last week we've seen yet again a lot of interesting things from the Braves here in spring training. And one I really want to highlight here is Didier Fuentes, Josh. He's
We
been
are big
insane
Fuentes
in spring,
fans.
man.
We are the
Insane.
biggest Fuentes fans. He's
Yes,
been gross.
sir.
He's been gross.
He certainly has, Josh. And man, looking at his latest performance, man, another just disgusting performance out of the guy. Um, trying to pull up exactly what he did here, but um,
Thrown, I think throughout spring, this is his entirety of spring training. Not the most amount of innings for Fuentes because he didn't make his first appearance till good way through spring, but not only nine scoreless innings, nine hitless and walkless innings with 17 strikeouts. That's impressive. And
Josh,
it's so
if
good that the Braves noticed it and said, you know what? I think we're gonna give him a shot, and he think that's literally perfect, so that he's gonna make the opening day roster. So that's gonna be fun for Fuentes. But he's been insane, man.
if Didier Fuentes pitched all of that in one game, do you realize he would be a hit by pitch away from a perfect game? He did have one hit by pitch. It's unfortunate, but man,
Still take a no hitter.
we'll take
Can't tell you
a
when the
17
Braves last had a
strikeout
no
no
hitter.
hitter. Yeah, we'll take that. Um, his latest performance, 4 perfect innings with 8 strikeouts, Josh, and man, he's been nasty.
No, his stuff has been gross. He has a really live fastball that averages about, at least in spring, it's averaged about 97 miles an hour. Location's been great. The breaking stuff is insane. He has a really good slider. Implemented a sort of a split. It's not the biggest split, but it's about 10 miles an hour off his fastball. So he's looking mainly for that difference in velocity. It's not some of these big sweeper or big like sweeping splitters that a lot of guys throw. Like you think of maybe a guy like Shohei Ohtani or Yamamoto who have these crazy splits. His is more of just it doesn't move as much, but it's more for just deception off his fastball. But he's been gross. He's so gross that he's gonna earn a long reliever spot to begin the season with the Braves, and it's really fun. We definitely wanted him to make the spot, and he's gonna start with the Braves this season. He's still young. He's
Yes,
like
sir.
20 years old, right? 20, 21,
Yeah,
something like
came
that.
up last year at 19, didn't look great, but 20-year-old season here starting out on the opening day roster, it looks like, in the long reliever role. So looking forward to seeing what he can do so far this year. And
And I don't know if I want to get hopefully trying to get too ahead of myself here, but you know what Fuentes is kind of looking like? I remember when Strider first came up in 22. What did he do? He dazzled in spring training, dicing guys up. Then he came out of the bullpen for a while. He was a long reliever, striking everyone out, looked good. Then he earned a way into the rotation and became a great piece of the rotation until the injury. And now he's trying to bounce back. But I don't know. You seen any sort of correlation there with Fuentes and Strider? Both
yeah, man,
similar
pretty
starters, to be
much.
honest.
Oh, 100%. Throwing absolute gas with a little bit of nasty breaking stuff. But Josh, they're pretty much the same guy from what I'm seeing so far. Fuente's a little bit younger, obviously, so still a lot more time to grow. But Josh, they're looking pretty similar here.
It's always these interesting prospects that'll come up and just dazzle. I'm excited to see if he's able to bounce back from last season where he really struggled. But again, he's only 19. He's really young. He's still really young, but I mean, when you're able to throw 17 strikeouts in nine hitless innings, that's pretty impressive. So I'm really looking forward to that.
And Josh, speaking of guys who have dazzled in spring, man, let's take a look at Austin Riley. Good grief, man. Crazy spring from him, and he's really showing the potential that he's had all this time and just hasn't been able to show due to injury.
The last few games, Riley's really put on a show. I think it was especially just a few days ago against the Boston Red Sox. I believe he had 3 hits or something like that, a homer, um, a, I think he got a double and maybe single or something like that. And what was crazy to me is that was all off of Garrett Crochet. He got he absolutely teed off with Garrett Crochet is one of the best starters in all of baseball, especially in the American League. A guy who we both think is probably a front runner for Cy Young. And Riley just kind of had his card. He teed off on him. And I think the game before he hit a homer too. And Riley's looking really solid, man. He's gonna need to bounce back to potential MVP candidacy in order to help this Braves offense bounce back.
Yeah, Josh. Riley just been gross all of spring training, and I believe you said he has a 1350 OPS wrapping up here.
Yeah, just below 1350. He'll
Good
probably play in
grief,
maybe
man.
one more game this spring, but he looks ready to hit 2 homers in your last 2 spring training games. It's pretty impressive. And he's locked in. His average is was at almost 400, it's like 390 something. But he looks locked in. He looks really locked in right now. He looks like a tough out. So that's really great to see from Austin Riley. And he didn't maybe start spring quite the best, but he's really whatever he's been working on is firing on all cylinders right now.
Josh, you know what I'm really hoping right now?
What are you hoping?
I'm really hoping Connor's not able to make this into a short in a couple of weeks or months. But as long as Austin Riley can stay healthy, man, I think he can be a leader on this team and in the batting statistics, man.
Yeah,
When he's been
when you did
healthy,
your
he's looked disgusting.
predictions, you had him at what, like a MVP front runner or something? Like you had him like near 1,000 OPS or something crazy like that. But
Yeah, man,
I
I'm
don't know.
looking like a bit of a genius there. So
Yeah, he might be. Uh, if Riley can bounce back like that, if he can have an OPS over like 850, that'll be solid. Now, prime like 2023 Austin Riley getting back up to 900 OPS to really have a solid bat in that lineup. I don't know. I think that'd be huge behind maybe Ole and Acuna. That'd be really fun.
yes, sir. So going off of that, Josh, we talked about Riley. You just mentioned Matt Olson. My question to you: who do you think's going to be better this year, man? Offensively, Matt Olson or Austin Riley?
That's a tough question because you're going off. You know, Olsen is probably the most consistent guy in baseball right now. Consistent OPS at about 850. He'll play every single game. And yet Riley has been hurt the last few seasons. He hasn't played a full season in since 23. And in 23 he was an MVP caliber guy. It's the same with Olsen. So this is actually quite the toss up. I was kind of looking at their comparisons, and Baseball Reference had it where Riley just slightly behind Olsen career-wise in all different categories. Olsen just was slightly higher on base and slugging, but Riley with a higher average than Olsen throughout his career. But that's kind of a toss-up. I think the safe bet would probably be Olsen, but the thing is Olsen can put up 50 homers. We know that he's done it in 23. Not going to say he's going to do it next season. He has 40. Both of these guys have 30, 40 homer potential. I don't know. These guys are both very good power hitters. It just kind of depends on who can lock in and stay locked in the most. But I don't know. Maybe I'll give the edge to Riley. Of how good he's looking. But I don't know. That's a tough one. Olsen also just incredibly consistent. But maybe the safer bet probably go Olsen just because he's consistently right at that 850 OPS or higher. And Riley over the last 2 seasons hasn't quite hit that.
Yeah, it seems like Josh, if it seems like Olsen is going to be around that 850 mark, and Riley's either a
Hopefully.
boom or bust type of guy. That's what it's going to come down to, whether he booms or whether he busts. That's what it's going to come down to, man.
Yeah, these are two very streaky guys, but when they really get firing, it's especially Olsen. He always would do that at some point in the season. Like for last year's at the end of the season, he hit a home run like every other at bat. And Riley has stretches where I think in 23 it was like I can't remember if it's like August or no, it was like June or something. He had a crazy June where he hit like 12 homers just in June or something dumb like that. So these are both really streaky power guys, but when they find their streak, it's really hard to hit them. But
Yeah,
we
Josh, and
also we also have a few other spring training updates. Obviously Olsen, Riley, and Fuentes all looking good. But Braves brought in Rowdy Tellez, Jordan, the big man, Rowdy Tellez from he looked solid in the World Baseball Classic. What's your thoughts on just bringing in Rowdy Tellez as to a minor league deal?
Yeah, man. Might not see too much of him being on a minor league contract, but hey, if we need a DH spot, if something clears up, I think that's a good option, man. Rowdy Tellez, he's looked really good previously with the Brewers and whatnot, and I believe with the Rangers recently here. But Rowdy Tellez, you like to see it, man. It's a good addition there, especially on a cheap minor league contract, Josh.
Yeah, I think he's solid. I don't know if he'll do too much to start the season because Dom Smith looking pretty good. He's also a first baseman. Solid lefty bat. He's looked solid. But I also want to switch my attention to quickly just to Sean Murphy because he's still going to be out for a little bit, probably miss a month and a half. But I've heard that he's began taking some hacks. He started taking his first swing, so that'd be really important if we can get him back as soon as possible because that really opens up another option at DH as well.
Yeah, man, I'd love to see him come back. And another guy I've also heard an injury update about is Ha-Sung Kim. Walt Weiss came out the other day saying he's been participating in some fielding drills, so not quite swinging the bat yet, but you like to see that for sure.
And one more thing, as we are wrapping up the entirety of spring training for the Braves, and right before we get to, looking over for, the start of the season and to things to come, I saw something the other day that I want you to guess who has the highest exit velocity or the hardest hit balls out of anyone in spring training this season.
Josh, it's Sandy Leone, isn't it?
No, it's not Sandy Leone, but right position. Drake Baldwin. He's had a great spring
Oh,
as well, but they've been tracking and he has consistently been hitting the ball harder than anyone else in spring training. So I don't know. It's also a solid update that sometimes you get these rookies who play really well and then they kind of fall off after a bit. It's kind of seen that with guys like Michael Harris. Hopefully he can bounce back. He's had a good spring as well, but it's really encouraging to see Drake Baldwin looking that scary at the plate. He's just mashing the ball. I mean, even when he's hitting a ground out, he's still hitting it, well over 100 miles an hour to guys. So that's, if Baldwin gets a hold of it, it's getting crushed. So that's really positive to see.
yeah, Josh, 100%. And like you said, sometimes you'll see guys have a bit of a sophomore slump in their second year, but it seems that is kind of being eliminated here real recently with all these metrics that guys have. Usually you'll see pitchers adjust, but at this point, it seems like they don't really have much to adjust to, Josh. It seems like guys are staying more consistent, looking like Drake Baldwin here. Hopefully he can just have a good second year.
That's true. With all the analytics and stuff, to be honest with you, as soon as these guys come up, they know their exact scouting report. As soon as, big prospect comes up, pitchers have their numbers. So it's not, as maybe a while back where you're slowly adjusting and starting to find these guys' weaknesses. No, you have, seasons and seasons of minor league data also to back it up. So that is a good point there with hopefully not having a sophomore slump for Baldwin. But also looking forward to Murphy being back too, because Murphy, what really opened up, helped that DH spot. And Murphy is, Baldwin's a great play caller behind the plate, but Sean Murphy was, back in 2024, Sean Murphy was the guy who called some of those great seasons for guys like Ronaldo Lopez and Chris Sale winning the Cy Young. So, even if it's not as much for his bat, it'd be great to have him. He's a excellent, pitch caller back there behind the dish.
Yeah, Josh, and let's go ahead and look forward towards the start of the season here. We're opening up with a series against the Kansas City Royals, and then going on to play the whatever their city is called now, Athletics. Um, so, what are we thinking here, Josh? We're starting out against. I think I saw opening day starters are going to be Chris Sale versus Chris Buich, maybe, or Cole Reagans, maybe. I'm not sure, but
Oh, I
um,
think it was Reagan's. Let me see. I can probably check right now.
Yeah, I think it was Cole Reagan's. Now that I think about it, but yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it here, Josh.
I really like that we're playing the Royals and A's to start the season. Royals are a solid team. I don't know if they're gonna be super electric, but they are certainly a decent team, at least offensively. You have guys like Bobby Witt and Vinny Pasquantino. But outside of that, they're maybe not the scariest threat. And then you got the A's, who will be a bottom five team in all of baseball. So that really gives a lot of encouragement because you remember the start of last season for the Braves, Jordan? Started like 0-7 or 0-9, something like that. It was incredibly abysmal. It was such a rough start. So in order to get these two teams, again, it depends on how you play, but hopefully we won't dig ourselves a hole like the beginning of last season, it was terrible. It took forever to finally start to get some traction, and before you look at it, a few series in, and you're already almost 10 games under, 10 games behind maybe like the Phillies or Mets. So hopefully the Royals and A's give a chance for the Braves to really start the season strong.
Yeah, Josh, and last year, what was it? Started off with the Padres going 0-3 there, and straight into a tough series against the best team in baseball and the Dodgers. Man, it is a nice change to see these two guys starting off our season. No offense to any Royals or A's fans out there, but not quite the 25 Dodgers, man.
That's true. That's true. It's also gonna be, in case you're wondering, it's all a homestand for the Braves. It'll be starting at Truist. That's also fun to see 'cause it's been a while since the Braves have opened the season up in Atlanta. So I think it's first time since 21, 22 or something like that. So it does feel like the last few years it's all opened. We've kind of opened abroad, but first game is on Friday, so I'm looking forward to that, Jordan, against the Royals. Hopefully, I'll probably be trying to watch that game, and I'm looking forward to it. We'll see. Hopefully Chris Sale can dice him up. He looked really good in his outing yesterday. And I'm really looking forward to the start of the season, Jordan.
Yes, sir.
But right before we get into the season, I have one more question for you. So, like we said, last season the Braves really struggled to get off to on a good note. Really struggled against the Padres and Dodgers. But this season, what do the Braves need to do in order to start the season off hot? In order to really get a good jump, not only record wise, but to also get these bats and pitchers in a good groove for the beginning of the season, so that they can kind of ease into things and start really locked in.
Josh, I've got a simple answer here. It's probably one of the most simple answers to any question ever. All right, just play Braves brand of baseball, man. Just play our brand of baseball. We have the skill, we have the talent, and everybody's been looking good in spring, man. All we need to do, put it all together. Acuna coming off the WBC looking amazing. Riley obviously looking great. Olsen looking good as well. Guys like Ozzie there in the WBC and spring training as well after coming back. And Drake Baldwin. Obviously Chris Sale, like you said, you mentioned it, looking very good in his last start there. I think he went 6 innings, right, Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so all we need to do is just put it together, man. And I think if we can do that, it'll be a good opening to the season. Obviously, rotation not completely healthy, but guys like Strider, Sale, and Grant Holmes looking really solid in spring. Lopez not looking terrible either. But again, Josh, if we can just put it all together, it'll be a good start to the season.
Yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to it. Can't wait to come back here next week and recapping the first series of baseball. Hopefully with some good news, maybe some highlights, and that'll be fun. Starting up in starting next week, starting the transition from what ifs with spring training to hey, look at over the past week what's happened. What are the standings? How are the Braves holding up? Stuff like that. Other news. Really looking forward to it. It's going to be fun, and I really cannot wait for the start of the season. It's going to be quite
Yeah,
exciting,
man.
quite entertaining, man.
Yeah, we kind of started this channel at a bit of an awkward time, man, and We started right before spring training started up for the MLB, so obviously more of a baseball focused show. It's a little weird, but I think once we get into it, it'll be cool, man.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it, and can't wait to see how the Braves start this season.
Yeah, so more on the broader side of baseball in general. Obviously, we mentioned in Tomahawk Talk, we got the season starting up, and it's very exciting. But let's look back at this last week, man. We had the finale of the World Baseball Classic. Obviously, USA facing off with Team Venezuela after a couple pretty intriguing semifinal games there, but we had USA versus Venezuela in the championship. Josh, what'd you think of it, man?
Man, it's very weird. Very high energy is really fun, especially with some of these more Central American, Latin American teams. They bring a lot of energy. You know, they got it sounds like marching bands out in the stadium. Half the people there have like these little drums and stuff. Venezuela definitely brought the energy, and they also brought the pitching too. Erod just absolutely disgusting. He really just sat down the U.S. really easily, all of our bats. Then Venezuela's pen came out and dominated. Then we got, the Venezuela scored a few runs, and the U.S. came up. Bryce Harper, we're down by 2. He hits a game-tying home run. I was so stoked when I saw that. It's kind of funny because you were watching it together and then you kind of fell asleep. You're on the phone, and I was like, oh my goodness, Jordan missing it. And then the very next inning, we give up a run, by Eugenio Suarez. Then Venezuela won it all. So Venezuela, the WBC champions for 2026, Jordan.
Yeah, man, it was a good game, and I did fall asleep during the game, guys, and it's all right though, because I feel like I would have just been upset watching
It
that
it was very frustrating.
all go down there, especially with Mark DeRosa not exactly going with the best lineup. I think there for the final game, starting Buxton, who was over in the WBC out there in center, for whatever reason, putting Mr. Clean on the bump there, Nolan
He
McLean.
has some nasty stuff.
Um,
Mr. Clean,
man, his sweeper
his
is
sweeper went,
disgusting, dude.
meow. I think it went a solid from like here
Yeah,
to
it
here.
definitely went.
If not, much more. It had a lot of movement. It was pretty gross.
Yeah, absolutely gross from him, but um, not entirely sure what we were doing, benching guys like Gunnar Henderson, and PCAs look good throughout, and started him on the bench. Not quite sure what the thought process was there, Josh, but um,
Yeah, Gunner
yeah,
Gunner
man,
was
I
batting
was,
almost. He was batting like 430 throughout the WBC. He was big reason why we won against the DR, and yet no, it's just bench him over Bregman. And I get it, Bregman, great piece. He's a great player, but I mean, you got to go with the hot bat in Henderson, and I really don't quite get that. But it is what it is. You can't go back and do it. Congrats to Venezuela and Ronald Acuna Jr. A lot of fun interviews and stuff coming out from that. It was, if anyone else was to win, me and Jordan both said that it's cool to see Venezuela do it. I know probably would have rather had maybe someone like the Netherlands, obviously, to go maybe, if we were to root for anyone else other than the U.S. But it's cool to see Acuna and Arias and guys like that go and get a ring for the win gold in the World Baseball Classic.
yeah, man, the ultimate win-win situation there with Team USA and Ronald Acuna facing off in the championship, man. It's whoever won, we're gonna be happy. But um, yeah, we did see Acuna making Ozzy wear that Venezuela jersey and even the gold medal as well.
Yeah,
So that was cool to
that
see, man.
was funny. But the big thing with that game is that the US's offense just could not get going, man. And my question to you is, why did this offense struggle so heavily against Eduardo Rodriguez and the rest of the Venezuelan pen? I mean, granted they're nasty, but the amount of MVPs and Silver Sluggers and All Stars that the U.S. offense had in their lineup, and Judge went over or it was like 3 strikeouts. Like, how in the world? What was the issue there with the U.S.'s offense against Venezuela?
So, Josh, my theory here is Aaron Judge, that's pretty obvious. He was playing in a playoff game, so should have seen that one
You
coming.
bet.
As for the rest of the guys, my theory is that William Contreras went into the locker room before the game and put like sleeping pills in all of their water bottles in there. I believe is what
Yeah,
happened.
I
So when they got up there against Erod, they were all drowsy, like, "Oh my goodness, I can't see nothing."
I'm pretty sure Jeff Passan actually put out that Contreras went in and put in on the sleeping pill, so it was kind of rough. But the U.S. they looked just off against Erod. I mean, he was solid though with fastballs and changeups on the edge of the plate. But how many times do we see fastballs and sliders middle that the U.S. bats just went looking at it right down the middle? Like what?
That's what I'm
That
saying, man. They were sleeping. They were
hey,
asleep up there.
that was bad. There were some real bad pitches, breaking balls right down the middle that they just looked right at.
Kyle Schwarber, especially, man.
It's always it's
He saw multiple sliders, middle, and just stood there like,
also Will Smith. I get it, but I would have rather had Cal Raleigh. I mean, Will Smith, what he had had a big pass ball, and also he swung at a pitch that literally hit him. That would have been very influential later on in the game. It was a bad pitch. It was a two seam that hit him right on the inner thigh, and he swung and missed. I was like, come on, you couldn't take the free base there. Instead, he swung and missed at him. Ended up, I believe, striking out or flying out or something. And so there's the different little
yeah.
moves like that where, these guys aren't, I don't know, we're not putting in maybe the best guys, and it was just interesting. The offense looked bad, I guess from these sleeping pills, but it was just unfortunate to see this offense just,
No, in all seriousness, man, I don't understand why we didn't start Gunnar Henderson. Why we didn't start the big dumper coming off the best catcher season probably ever. Um, you know, why we didn't start guys like PCA out there in center. I don't understand it. But as for the guys who were starting in that lineup, Aaron Judge, trash, man. I don't know what we're
terrible.
doing. Kyle Schwarber, don't know what we were looking for there. Roman Anthony, okay. Hey, he's Roman Anthony. He's 21, so we'll give him a pass. But as for the rest of these guys, come on, man. How you going to get Erod dicing you up, man? That's
Bryce
embarrassing, man.
Elder had a
I'm
lower
just saying.
ERA last year, or right around the same ERA, and you're telling me that you're letting Erod go up and dice you up. I mean, it's embarrassing. But it's also it's kind of stupid because like as
Very.
a Braves fan, you'll see these guys, especially these big Phillies bat, Harper and Schwarber, they'll hit combined probably 10, 7, 8 homers against you throughout the season. Or a guy like Aaron Judge, who'll go and win the MVP probably. He's the MVP front runner in the American League. Excuse me. Or you have these other different pieces that will, Gunnar Henderson go out and hit, 30 homers again and stuff like that. But yet when you're rooting for him, as soon as we're rooting for him, it's kind of funny because we're rooting for these different U.S. guys like Schwarber and Harper, and we're kind of hoping we're rooting against Ronald Acuna Jr. And of course, the one time we're rooting for these guys, they just absolutely falter. And it's just kind of ironic, it's like, when you don't root for them and you're rooting against them, you hope for them to strike out. They'll hit multiple tanks against you. And then as soon as you're like, all right, Harper, go do something, he hit the one homer. That was like one of his only hits in the World Baseball Classic. And Judge, typically I'm not maybe, I'm not really going to ever be up there rooting for Judge. But yet, as soon as I am, he's just, puts up a offer. So it's just kind of ironic, with how it is with, rooting for these different guys.
Yeah, I don't really get it, but the thing I was wondering about, Josh, is how come you're not allowed to play these guys like Tariq Skubal and Mason Miller, two of the best pitchers we had on staff in this championship game, Josh? It does not make any
It's
sense.
dumb because unlike Venezuela, now Venezuela, they had the same thing with their closer. I forget his name, but their closer. The only way he would have been able to come into the game is with a save situation. Which makes sense because what did he do the night before, Jordan? He came out and he saved the game for Venezuela. Mason Miller, they had an off day. They had a bye the game before. So there is no reason for Mason Miller to be like, oh, pitch too much. He literally was off the night before. I don't know what the deal is. It's frustrating. I don't know whether to blame a guy like D-Row for that or to blame the teams themselves for saying, putting certain precautions. And I get it. You don't want these guys to be hurt going into the season, but it's tough for the U.S. when your best players aren't actually out there on the field. We saw Tariq Skubal, but he just threw what, like 2-3 innings against Great Britain, and that was kind of it. He's kind of useless. I mean, we could have almost rather had Clayton Kershaw pitch those innings. It would have been important to have a guy like Skubal out there on the bump to start the game. Then you maybe could have brought in McLean out of the pen and stuff like that, but. I don't know what you have to do to change that because it's the teams saying, hey, you can't use this player and certain players aren't able to play because of insurance rights and stuff like that. I don't know if you have to move the World Baseball Classic to a different time, but even then it's kind of rough because either players wouldn't be ready if it's a little earlier or if you're during the season, you have to pause the season for a while. So I feel like where it is now is really the only time you can do it. But I don't know. It's kind of dumb that you got all these teams being so stingy with their players for the World Baseball Classic when you have other teams like Venezuela who was willing to let their closer pitch on back-to-back games when Mason Miller did not pitch the game before. So that kind of frustrated me. There should not have been any sort of restrictions on him. And if Miller came in, who knows how the game would have ended, but he was unhittable in all the other games. And if it's a tie game going into the top of the ninth, you're bringing in your closer. So it's frustrating, with Miller, Skubal, and certain other guys with similar restrictions.
Yeah, Josh, I don't really understand why we couldn't pitch Mason Miller that game, but I guess it is what it is at this point. It's just time to move on from it, I guess, and look forward to the start of the MLB season. Starting out Wednesday, Yankees and Giants. First game of the
Jordan,
year,
we have
Josh.
waited so long, man. Months and months and months. It's always so long. Thankfully, you got some football and college football and stuff. But like the last few months is rough when there's no football or no baseball. I mean, thankfully we have spring trainings, that's fun, but having no games that matter and stuff. But to finally be back to baseball, and it's not like last year, or years before, where sometimes the season will begin overseas, like almost a week before. No, we're starting with Wednesday, Yankees and Giants, and then we're jumping into it with most other teams beginning on Thursday, and then everyone else beginning on Friday. So I'm looking forward to it, Jordan. I cannot wait to hopefully get everything set up so that I can be chilling Friday night watching the Braves take on the Kansas City Royals. But yeah, man, I'm just really looking forward to the beginning of the season. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait to see what all's gonna happen, and it's right here, man. We're finally getting to it.
Dude, I've been waiting so long, man. And I think this year I might finally be getting MLB TV package, so I'm gonna be able to watch all these Braves games. Uh, actually, live, not on the just the play-by-play action. So that'd be cool to see, man. I'm really looking forward to it. Been waiting all winter for this. So
Yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And now we'll finally be able to get to some news that stuff that's actually happened, maybe some highlights and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how we want to format this for the season actually getting going. But I'm looking forward to it, and stay tuned for us covering the content over the beginning of the season and hopefully continuing out through the start of all of Major League Baseball. I'm looking forward to it.
yes, indeed, sir.
Now, last week we had quite the wonky game by you, guessing which, if it was either IKEA furniture or different, names of authors. That was quite fun, quite entertaining. I don't know if this game today will be quite that fun and entertaining, but it'll be pretty good. I had quite the time making this as well. This is another classic $15 to spend one. But for this one, you got $15 to make your ultimate superhero. Alright? And just in case you were wondering, you are the superhero in this situation. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now I will give one caveat that's a little different from the normal ones. You can save money. So after the last segment, you might want to save money. You might not. Okay. Typically, you want to
Okay.
spend.
Is it like is there like an extra category or something?
We'll see. We'll see. Typically, you want to spend all your 15, but I'll give you just a heads up where, you might want to, you might not want to. We'll see. I have a few different
Okay.
little curveballs here.
Sounds good.
All right, we're gonna start off with your main ability. All right, this is what you're gonna be known for. You're gonna be dicing people up with your wonky superpowers here. For the $1 option, I really think this one you're probably gonna take the $1 option here. This one's pretty impressive. It's deadly flatulence.
Hey, I already got that power.
That's your $1 option. It's quite deadly. $2, you're just a well trained martial artist. Nothing really crazy, but I guess you can fight decent. $3 you can
Little Jackie Chan action.
$3 you can control animals. Now not like all of them at one time, but
Ooh, Dr. Doolittle.
yeah, maybe some Dr. Doolittle action, a little bit here and there. $4 you got some flight and super strength. It's a combo. It's a 2-for-1. So for $4.
That's a good
And
option
then for
right
the
there.
$5 spot you get super speed. It's a pretty cool option as well. So those are your
Okay, like the Flash or something.
yeah, that's your 5 options for your main power. What are you thinking here? And let me know if you have any questions.
So yeah, I got you. So the $1 option, I already have that power, so I don't think I need to spend any money on it,
Okay.
man. I can clear out a room with this this weapon I got here, but
He's like Pumbaa from Lion King.
it's true, man. Everybody is trying to get out of there when I'm letting them rip, but $2 a well-trained martial artist, man. I've always wanted to be able to do a backflip, so I feel like that would help me out there, but
Yeah, you can
I'm
do a
not sure I'm
backflip.
going with this option. Yes, bro, that would be sick, though. That would be sick to be able to do a backflip. Control animals would be pretty powerful. So control them, does that mean I can basically like get them to do whatever?
Yeah. You can get your animals to do
Dang.
backflips too if you want.
I'm gonna take the $3 option, man.
Okay.
And let me explain why.
Tell me. Now it's
Let me
not,
explain why.
there's a limit
If
to it. It's, maybe just like 20 to 30 at a time. It's not like you're controlling everything ever, but I want to hear
that's fine, dude, but
I want to hear your
listen,
reason.
imagine I get this nice, big, huge, like crazy, awesome bird that I can just fly on or something, right?
What bird might
Then
that
I don't need flight.
be?
I don't know. There's probably. Oh, listen, I can control him, so I'll just get an ostrich and I can get him to fly. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So he's got wings, so I can get him to fly. But I don't need
It's a Red
flight
Bull
and
commercial?
then super speed, man. Well, super speed, man. If I just get on a cheetah, man, we're going super fast as it is, dude. And I can go under the water with these suckers too, man.
Well,
That'd be
but you
crazy.
can't like breathe under the water.
Maybe. Whoa, Josh, let me explain.
Okay.
You ever heard of my man Jonah? I'm gonna get a whale to get me in there and get him to spit me out back on the land, bro, whenever it gets sketchy. But
Okay.
and that's a good protection too, and super strength. I mean, give me a couple gorillas, man. They take down a whole army.
Good choice. Now we get into our sidekicks. All right, you ready for a sidekick? You can't have a superhero without a sidekick. For the $1 option,
Nah.
you get our editor Connor. There's your $1 option.
Okay.
For the $2,
Hey, he'd be able to put out some good advertisements for sure.
for our $2 option, you get my man Alfred. Now that doesn't come with any of his accessories. It's just literally Alfred, so you get a butler. $3, you get my man Jackie Chan, Prime Jackie Chan.
Oh, Prime Jackie Chan is a good option, dude.
Now the $4 one, I gotta do some explaining here. Elon Musk, but you gain his money, his resources, and his intelligence. All right.
Oh, bro, I can go to the moon.
You could. Then the $5, I had to find some way of incorporating him into this. You get the late great Chuck Norris.
Hey, rest in peace to Chuck Norris, man. That is a good $5 option right there. It'd be good to have a guy on my team who, whenever he does a push-up, he actually pushes the earth down.
Yeah, he doesn't do push-ups. He does earth downs.
Exactly. Rest in peace to the great one. Ran out of stuff to accomplish on this earth, so went into the next life to take out some more accomplishments there. But rest in peace to old Chucky boy. Now, as for my sidekick, I don't know that I can spend $5 on him. Look, he's great and all, but he's kind of dead, so I don't think I will want to spend $5 on him.
That's crazy.
Elon Musk for $4.
He's
That's a pretty
come
good
back
option,
from the grave
bro.
and take you out because of that comment, Jordan.
Uh-oh. I just heard a knocking on my window, my boy. I might be cooked.
Look over
no.
to Chuck Norris.
It's like the Undertaker.
He's like, I'm bringing you with me.
No.
That's why you don't disrespect Chuck Norris like that, man.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect him.
He's a cool enough
dude.
Dead,
He's dead, so I can't have him as a good sidekick.
He's a cool enough dude. He'll let us. He'll let you finish his podcast, and then he's gonna take you out.
All right, that's fine, man. But Elon's a good option. Jackie Chan also a good option, man. Imagine I get him flying in off a golden eagle or something. That'd be crazy. Dude, that'd be sick. Can you imagine that?
That would be pretty cool.
Jackie Chan coming out of nowhere, just beating everybody up.
That's true. He is Jackie Chan.
I mean, we've seen he can handle himself with people with guns, so I think he'd be fine. Connor, I'm sorry, man, I'm not taking you. It's just not the right option. Alfred for $2, it's just a butler, man. It's not the greatest option either.
No, I will have to say that if people are wondering how good of a sidekick Connor might be, maybe stay tuned for our 100 sub special. Maybe there might be a special Connor appearance. We'll see.
That is true, man. You might be able to see him in all his glory.
Or lack thereof.
We'll see. That is also true. But Josh, I think I'm gonna spend some money. I think I'm gonna get Elon Musk as my sidekick, bro.
It's a good option.
Put aside all his political stuff, man. I'm just taking his money. That's good.
Now, just so you know, you also get his kid. I guess too. So
Oh, you talking about X-A12?
Yeah, sure. So I don't know if that's a good decision or a bad decision. Maybe he'll grow up to be some sort of crime-fighting prodigy. I don't know.
Josh, think about this, man. Why do I need super speed when I got access to all the Teslas? And I can even fly to the outer space and take some dudes out, man.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And plus I get all this money. I'm basically Batman, but I can control animals.
That's true. All right, now you have your secondary ability. For the $1 option, you can steal the facial hair off of anyone.
Oh, dude, can you imagine that? Oh my goodness, that'd be sick, dude. Can you imagine? Oh, what was that guy's name, bro? Back in the Civil War, man, he had these nice little side. I think his name was Burnside.
Yes, General Burnside.
Oh man, dude, can you imagine I pull up like that, dude? That'd be crazy.
It's like you just have like 30 ferrets all running around you, and you show up looking like Burnside.
That'd be great, man. Or I can look like Phil Robertson, rest in peace, man. That'd be sick.
That's true. That's a good option. $2 option is you could speak any language. You just automatically know every single language out there.
Es muy bueno. Es muy bueno.
$3 option is just you're extremely buff. You're extremely buff.
Hey, bro, I could use that one, man. I'm a little skinny if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, you're very very, very buff up. Then $4 option, you got laser eyes. Got laser vision.
Okay, a little Superman action. That's not bad.
And you're not like the dude Cyclops from the X-Men. Like you can control it. In case you were wondering, you don't have to wear any wonky glasses.
Okay, that's good.
And then for the $5 option, you literally have the Force. from Star Wars.
I just get the Force?
Yeah, you're Force sensitive.
Wow, dude. I could be like Master Yoda, but like better.
General Burnside Yoda.
I could be Yoda, but actually not 2 foot tall.
I heard something
Can you
really cool
imagine?
about the Star Wars franchise the other day. I heard that
What'd you hear?
in order to portray the Force, they just called Chuck Norris and he took care of all that for them. Yeah,
Really?
you can see it. It's just Chuck Norris.
That makes sense. I'll have to rewatch that series, man, and
See
see
if you
if I
can.
can
Like how
recognize
there's
Chuck
the hidden
Norris
scene
there.
of like one of the stormtroopers like hitting their head on that on the little door or something. It's like that. Maybe you can
Yes,
find
sir.
the right part and you just see Chuck Norris just like moving all these spaceships just like by himself.
Oh man, that would be incredible, dude.
You have
But
what, $8 to
um,
spend here?
I have $8 to spend. Now, here's the thing. You said I want to save some stuff
You could. You
for
don't
the
have to.
end. It's true.
Could just be a troll one.
If I have $8 to spend, there's 5 rounds, right, Josh?
Yes.
Okay. I got $8 to spend. Right now, I'm just a skinny dude that can control animals with a bunch of money. So I could be extremely buff,
That would be pretty cool.
or I could just like pay a bunch of money and get steroids. You know what I mean? Like, I get a bunch of money. I can get some crazy armor too. I don't know, man. Speak any language, kind of mid, bro. You could just use Duolingo for that or Google Translate. Facial hair is really an appealing option here right now, dude. I'm really thinking about that.
I know. I thought that's
Dude,
a
can you
funny.
imagine I pull up looking like some Italian dude with like a little, like, man, I could look like Aaron Nola, man. That'd be crazy.
Steel Strider's mustache.
But that would be nice, man. Prime Strider. Now, let me ask you this, Josh. Does this have to be like their current facial hair, or is it like prime facial hair?
It can be, if you can see a picture of it, you can replicate it.
All right, say less, man. Man, can you imagine I pull up looking like Ambrose E. Burnside, bro? That'd be incredible. I'm really contemplating this here. You know what, Josh?
It'd be great for
I'm going with the $1
It'd be
option.
great for disguises. I mean, if you're trying to run from somebody,
That's what I'm
you're just
doing.
changing your facial
I'm doing
hair
the
every
$1
few
option,
seconds.
man.
Now,
Come
the
on.
only thing is, you are a redhead, so I don't know how that would look. You got your beard color is just different from your hair every time, so that might be a little interesting. But maybe you can dye your
Josh,
hair.
you're forgetting, man. I got a bunch of money, bro. I can just dye my hair.
That's what I was gonna say. Alright, so that's a good secondary ability. Now we're gonna jump into the weapons. So for the $1 option,
Ooh.
we have an uncooked piece of spaghetti.
Nah, bro, that's just gonna break immediately. That's cooked.
For the $2 item, we just have a pocket knife.
Okay.
For
You can take some dudes out with a pocket
For the
knife.
$3 option, we have pistols. You just get a pistol. Nothing crazy, just,
Okay.
For the $4 option, you have exploding tomatoes. So have you ever seen the Spider-Man movies? You
Yes,
know
sir.
how the Green Goblin has like them exploding pumpkin bomb things? It's
Yes,
like
sir.
that, but instead it's a tomato, just 'cause I like tomatoes more than pumpkins.
All right. So I'm able to like control when they explode, of course, right?
Yeah.
Like they're not just chilling in my pocket and they blow up or something.
No, that would not happen.
Okay. That would kind of suck, bro. That'd be a dookie $4 option.
Then $5 option, you got a lightsaber. So what are you taking here? So it's tough. It's a tough option.
Man, it's tough, dude. Now let me ask you this question,
Okay,
Josh.
I'm ready.
Obviously, I got a butt ton of money, dude. Am I allowed to have any other weapons with my money?
You can have. You can have some stuff, but it's only the current stuff that we have to date. You can't have any firearms just because that would ruin the pistol option at the $3. But you can have any
Yeah.
blunt item, I guess.
Oh, nice, man. Dude, you give me a mace for Minecraft, bro? I'm chilling with that
Sure,
thing.
you can have a base.
Really? Let's go, dude.
You just fall off your eagle and just boom.
I mean, can you imagine I've come in on my flying ostrich, drop down with me and Elon Musk dropping down there, and I'm taking them out with a mace, dude? That'd
Meanwhile,
be
looking like
sick.
General Burnside, like you're just.
Yes, dude, they would be so confused. Oh my goodness. And plus, I can just buy a plane and drop some nukes on people as well. So,
Now, just so you know,
but
the people you are fighting you gotta take out every single villain, just every.
oh, word?
Yeah. Not like the
Thanos included in this?
um. We'll
That's
count
tough, dude.
all the villains outside of like the ones that everybody and their mother needs to team up to kill. That's kind of cheating.
Okay, so Thanos is out on
Yeah,
this one. That's
he's
fine. Okay, we're good then. Are the Infinity Stones still a thing though?
Nah, bro, they don't exist in our universe.
Okay, that's cool. I might have to go with. Yeah, man, I don't know what to expect with you here. You said that I could save some money for this extra options.
I'll give you another hint. You might not need that much extra money. You might. I have an option for you to make back some money. So we'll see.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, it's about to get really interesting in a little bit.
I can earn back more money?
Maybe.
Huh, interesting. Josh, I think I could make do with what I got, man. And you know what I'm thinking here?
What are you thinking?
I put on the Italian mustache and you give me that uncooked piece of spaghetti, man. That's what I'm thinking here.
Oh,
Taking the $1 option.
so what are you at, $6 now?
I've got $6 left, Josh. I really want some money for this bonus round.
Alright, so now for this last option, it's your vehicle. $1 option, it's a wheelless scooter, so you have no wheels on your scooter. It's just a plank with I guess handles coming out of it. $2, it's a simple bicycle. $3 is a Ford F-150. $4 is a
Ooh.
flying car, and $5 is a transforming tank. It's a tank, but it's basically like, you ever play Mario Kart, where your cart can transition to all of its surroundings. Like it can get
Yeah.
it can get the glider so it can fly. It can go underwater. It can go
Flying
in space.
tank.
Yeah, so that's your $5 option. Now, granted, you do have a lot of money, so a lot of these bottom options are, pretty useless for you because, you already got a lot of money, but you don't have a flying tank. I will say that, or a flying car even.
That is true.
I know they're in production, but this is a good flying car. Think of a solid.
Speaking of flying cars, man, I got a flying ostrich, bro.
That's true.
Who needs a flying car when you could just put some crazy armor on a flying ostrich, man? That's me and my boy. We're out there for life. Me and my flying ostrich. But
I will say,
dude, a flying tank would be pretty crazy.
Yeah, you have $6, so that would give you some money to spend, and there might be a chance to make back more money. Because I gotta be honest.
I'm not quite sure what you mean about making back more money.
I'll explain it right in this next second, but you could go wheelless scooter, and that could be pretty much overkill. You could have way too much money for the next segment.
I'm really thinking about it, Josh, because I mean I got control of all the animals, bro. I've got transportation taken care of, my dude.
Yes, but think of all the different people who can just shoot down all your animals real fast. Like, they're not a heavily armored vehicle like a tank. You know, like a tank would be pretty sweet. The transforming tank.
But Josh, you gotta think about it this way as well. You've watched Avengers movies, man. You see how easy they take out tanks, man.
But this is a special tank. Also, just in
It is
case
a
you're
special
wondering, I
tank,
don't know
that's
if this
true.
will change your decisions or not. You also got to fight the bad Transformers, the Decepticons or whatever they're called. I'm also putting them
Oh
as
my
some bonus here.
gosh, dude. They'll take out a tank like it's nothing, man.
Well, if they're gonna take out a tank like it's nothing, how are they gonna do to a bunch of eagles flying around just going? You know, they're
Hey, that's fine though, because you're forgetting I can just get a new one to come catch me if I'm falling
but
down.
they'll just take you. You have no protection behind them. Like it's just you flying in with them. Like you know, they could just take you and the birds out. Like it's you know you
Josh, I have access to rockets.
yeah, but you're getting killed, man. I don't know. You might.
Hey, man, I'm getting killed regardless of this, man, but I just want to see what happens in this bonus round, man. Give me a wheelless scooter.
All right. So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna have
Mm-hmm.
another round in a second, but each option is worth double, money. So, the $5 option actually gonna be worth $10, But there's a way to make extra money. Now, superheroes are cool, but what do they all pretty much have? They all have a weakness, right? I'm gonna give you a weakness and a, dollar score. So we'll go 1 to 5. But the thing is, you don't get to hear all of them at once. We'll start with the $1 option. You can either take it or move on to the next one. And then same with the next one and next one. So you don't get to just look at them all and pick from 1 through 5. You gotta, see what the next one is and if you're gonna take it or not.
I
Does
got
that
you.
make sense?
Um, so I make whatever money I do.
Yes, so the $1 option would give you $1 to spend for one extra dollar for the bonus
Oh,
round.
okay.
But
Okay.
you don't get to see the other options. And if you pass on the $1
That's
option,
fine.
you can't go back to the $1 option. Now you're looking at the $2 option. The $2 option is the one you're trying to decide on. And if you pass on that one, so on until you get to if you went to the $5 option, you have to go with the $5 option.
I got you. All right, let's do it, man. I'm
All
interested.
right, we're gonna start with the $1 option, which is you always get sick whenever you're sneezed on. Every
Always
time.
get sick whenever I'm sneezed
Yeah,
on.
if you get any little bit of snot on you, you're gonna catch a cold. It's a guarantee. It's not.
Is it gotta be just from a sneeze though,
Yes,
right?
just a sneeze. So, do you wanna?
I only get $1 for
Yes,
that.
you would only get $1 for that.
Okay. Um. Hmm. That's tough, dude. Um. I feel like I don't really get sneezed on too often, but um. I don't know. I could be wrong, man. I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead and see what the next
You're
option
gonna
is, man.
pass on the $1 option. You're passing on it.
I'm passing.
The
Yes, sir.
$2 option is you lose your powers every time it's a full moon.
Dude, I'm getting cooked if I ever lose
So
my
you can
powers.
no longer control animals whenever it's a full moon.
That is cooked, dude.
And just so you know, the general idea
Uh,
is the more money, the more uh you know difficult the weakness is.
I got you. Oh man, dude.
Or some of them might not be as bad. We'll see. We'll see.
It's true.
But that is the general idea.
I'm sorry, man. I can't lose my powers ever.
So you're passing on the $2 option.
I'm passing.
So for this $3 option, it's so how Superman, kryptonite affects Superman.
Yeah.
For the $3 option, your kryptonite would be this real life mineral called tanzanite, which is a little rarer than diamond. But it would have all the same effects, Your biggest rivals could get tanzanite and completely make you powerless, and even really weak. So possibly even kill you with some Tasmanite shards, you know? Maybe shoot some Tasmanite bullets at you.
Oh my goodness, dude. That's pretty
It
bad.
is pretty bad.
I mean, if I'm facing every villain ever, bro, that's so easy for them to just cook me.
So do you want to go with this one? Is this one rougher, you know, or are you, you know, scared that if that's this one, these next two ones are quite interesting?
I'm sorry, bro. I can't lose my power. I can't do it. I'm moving on to the $4 option.
Okay, I'm glad you moved on to the $4 option because the $4 option, I'll call it the Samson option. If you lose your hair or touch anything dead, you lose your power.
Oh, dude.
Or drink wine as well.
That's tough, bro.
It's also in the
Yeah, that's fine. I'm avoiding that anyway.
good answer.
But
So if you lose any of your hair,
dude.
so and that's talking about the hair on top of your head. You know, obviously you got the facial hair abilities. You know, that's just talking about the hair on top of your head. So you know, if you get older, that hair starts
Josh.
falling off. You lose your abilities.
Oh, that's true.
Or if you touch a, you know, if you touch a dead person, you know.
So I gotta like completely lose my hair?
I will say that if your hair starts falling out, then it'll all fall out eventually. But again, that's eventually, you know. And who knows? Maybe some, you know, some villain will try to, um, you know, hit you with a balding spray. You know.
That would be unfortunate. Josh, I'm taking it.
You're taking the
I'm taking
$4 option.
And you know what I'm doing?
What are you doing?
I'm wearing a helmet on my head.
You're wearing a helmet.
Just a bike helmet. That way they can still see the facial hair. But
That's gonna stop you from
you
balding.
know, it's just gonna cover up my head. No, it won't stop me from balding, but it's fine. It's fine.
So you're also not gonna touch any.
I got money. I can figure
You're not
something
gonna
out.
touch any dead people.
See, that's the tough part. Because I'm going to be killing a lot of dudes.
What if like you have to fight zombies too?
Oh my goodness, man. It's a good thing that was never brought up before right now. Do I gotta fight zombies?
Yeah.
Oh,
like not an entire
man.
zombie outbreak, but you know, because we ain't trying to kill off everybody in the world. But you know, you gotta at least stop a few zombies along your way.
That's fine, bro. I'll get the gorillas to take them out.
Do you want to hear what your $5 option would have been?
Yeah, what would that have been?
Sugar makes you explode.
Okay, Josh, we're living in 2026, man. Everything has sugar in it, bro. I'd be cooked.
I know. Any little bit of sugar, if you congest it or if it touches you, you will instantly just explode.
Yo, that is cooked, bro.
So you definitely.
Oh my goodness.
You definitely chose the right decision. So you get an extra $4. So you're at what, $9?
The issue is now I got an odd number that's pretty pointless. I could have just went with a lower option.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't do that, but.
Oh well.
All right, so we have our wild card round to end this off. To end off your superhero adventures.
You said this one will also actually cost $2, right?
It doubles. It's double everything. So for the $1 slash, it's actually now the $2 option because this whole segment is doubled. It is, you got slightly faster healing and recovery. Also, this is not like the last round, you know. This one, you get to hear all of them and then make your decision, obviously. This is
okay,
like
good. That's good.
So you got slightly faster healing and recovery. Not like, you know, you're not like Wolverine or something,
That's
but
cool. That's cool.
You're just able to recover a little better. For the $4 option, you have Dr. Doofenshmirtz as an ally, but he only has room for small innators. He only has room for small innators.
No way, bro. I get Dr. Doofenshmirtz, but I just get these small innators.
Yes.
Dude, that is crazy.
So not his most overpowered innators, out there because he's not in his tower doesn't exist in this universe.
But I could just chill in a tri-state area with him, man, and we'd be doing all
Nah,
right.
the tri-state area got blown up by some Transformers.
Dude, that's like New York City, bro. How'd that get took
That
out?
was it. Them robots just destroyed them all. That's why they're waiting for you to come in and save them, but you're not quite done yet.
That's so unfortunate, man.
$3 option, which would be the $6 option, is that you can teleport anywhere within anywhere, but with a 3-minute cooldown. So you gotta wait 3 minutes before you can do it the next time.
So I can literally just teleport anywhere, like every 3 minutes.
Yeah. You can teleport literally.
Dude, that's kind of goated.
Yeah. The
Man.
$4, which is the $8 option, you can pick anything else from our previous grid. Every single thing that we had under $5. So it has to be $4 and below. You can pick anything else back there.
It's got to be how much money?
That's
Sorry,
gonna
Josh,
be
I couldn't
That's
quite
gonna
hear
be
you.
$8. You can go back through our previous grid. You can go back and choose anything from $4 and below. So if there's something back there that you were like, oh man, I wish I got there especially from the first few rounds, you could go back and get that if you want, but only the $4 options and below.
Wow. All right, that's pretty good.
Now for $10, you don't have enough money for this, but do you know what you would have been able to get?
What?
You can pick any other ability that you want out there. You get to choose.
Oh my
Could have been
goodness.
anything.
So like anything
Could have
ever?
been anything ever.
Oh my goodness, dude, that's incredible. Ah, that's unfortunate, man, but obviously I'm just gonna go ahead and take the $8 option and go back through this grid, bro. Now let's see. I could have super speed.
No, it's anything. It's
That'd be pretty cool.
anything
Is it?
$4 and below. The $5 options are cut off.
Oh, I can't do the $5
Yeah,
options.
yeah.
I got you. I missed that part. My bad. So I can have flight and super strength. That would eliminate my need for an ostrich. That'd free up an extra animal. Could just be me up there chilling. And I'm super strong, bro. That eliminates the skinniness, bro. That'd be kind of goated.
No, you're still skinny. You're just really strong.
Hey, that's fine, but I'm strong anyway,
Yeah.
so that's cool. I like that. I already got Elon Musk, so I could just grab Jackie Chan as well, or I could grab Connor. That'd be interesting.
You know what? Also, I'll let you combine Alfred and Connor. You can get they're a bundle. They're a bundle.
Wow.
I know you're not going to take
All
them,
right.
but it is just a slightly sweeten the deal a little more. You get Alfred and Connor.
It's intriguing. I could take the laser eyes. That's pretty good. Could take exploding tomatoes.
Yeah.
Interesting. Or I could take flying car. Now, obviously, I'm not taking flying car when I could take flight and super strength.
Yeah.
It seems like a bit of a silly goose move. Laser eyes would be pretty good, dude.
It's a tough option.
It is tough for sure. Man, you know what I'm gonna do here, Josh?
What are you gonna do?
I'm taking flight and super strength. It just feels like the right choice.
No, that's the play.
It's just the right choice, man.
So with all your setup now, do you think you could be able to defend people and take out all these all the atrocities out there? Take out all the different villains that exist?
Let's see. I'm able to fly and I'm super strong, right?
Basically off-brand Superman.
Yeah, Superman minus the laser eyes, that's fine.
And you're not, and you're not immune to bullets, like you can get shot.
That's true. Yeah. I can get shot, but I do got some Batman armor, so I'm chilling
Yes,
there.
yes.
Since I got Elon
Yep.
Musk as my sidekick with all this
No,
money, so
definitely.
I pretty much am still immune to bullets. That's cool. And I get a nice cape. I can get a nice cape,
But have
dude.
you ever seen The
Um,
Incredibles?
that's true. It's a good point. Um, Josh, let me think about this. Can I buy the Marvel company and just get the Avengers on my side?
No, that you. So basically, all of the worlds from all these different people are getting combined into here, but none of the heroes come over. So it's just you.
Okay, that's fine. Um, that's all right though, because I still have access to Teslas and rocket ships, so that's cool. And I just get a whole bunch of money as well. Plus, you didn't think about this, Josh. I am now the owner of X, formerly known as Twitter. So I can just post on there making fun of all of these little dudes. And I can disable their accounts on there
That's
so they can't be like spreading misinformation or nothing about
true.
me. That's pretty huge,
That
man.
is huge.
That's pretty huge.
So yeah, it's a good strat. I think you might be pretty solid here in protecting the world. Let us know if Jordan made the right decisions, what decisions you might do instead, and yeah, we'll move on. That's some pretty good superhero in there, Jordan.
Now it's time for the verse of the week.
For this week's verse of the week, we have Psalm 56, verses 3 and 4, which says, "What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. In God I will praise his word. In God I put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me." Now this kind of goes back to, I don't know if you remember, a few weeks ago we did Philippians chapter 4 verses 6 and 7, which talks about, casting your anxiety to God. And this is a very, similar verse. David, when he was having all these difficult situations. He was trying to get killed multiple times, whether it was from King Saul or whether it was his own son trying to hunt him down and kill him, or whether it was on the battlefield. I mean, he was the guy who was, he did have something to genuinely worry about. But here he says, when I'm afraid, I just got to trust in you. And, that's what we have to do sometimes. When, there's certain stuff that will come up that will scare or worry or frustrate us. And, in those situations, we need to go to God because, He's really the only one who can deal with certain things that aren't quite under our control, or, maybe we're not able to have the most influence in a certain situation. And instead we need to put our faith and trust that God will take care of it. Um, it's also, yeah, sometimes if you're a believer here, it also talks about, I will not fear what flesh can do unto me. Again, talking about the fear, shouldn't be afraid of things, because if you're a believer, right, if you believe that Jesus Christ, died on the cross for your sins, then what do we have to really fear from this side of eternity? Or, as, the psalmist writes, what can flesh do unto you? Because, for us, we're saved and on our way to heaven, as Jesus Christ says in the Gospels, and the Paul mentions throughout his epistles. Really, there's nothing that can ultimately hurt us. There's nothing that can really separate us from our salvation with God. And really, that's outside of that, what else is there to really worry about? I mean, granted, there is stuff that worries us in this life, and there's, really important things like, relatives, the health and concern of people, and, the state of our world. But, especially if we look into, the grander scheme of things, for, at least for the believer, what really even is there to worry about? So, just a nice idea that, when we worry, when we're afraid, we need to just trust in God. Again, just back to a few weeks ago, Philippians 4 verses 6 and 7, but it's always a good reminder that, because we like to worry. I know I like to worry. We get into tough situations, but that we should just put it on to God, because, especially as believers, really on the grand scheme of things, there isn't all that much that can really, really hurt us on the side of eternity.
Yeah, and Josh, another thing that you don't really think about this verse is it's one of the biggest arguments for why we should go out and share the gospel. Because what reason do we have not to? Whether it be persecution, like this verse clearly states that we should fear no evil of this world or what flesh can do to us. Like, especially here in America, it's so much easier. We're not going to get, we're not going to be actually persecuted for sharing the gospel with others. Maybe you might get made fun of or whatever, but it's worth it to see someone be with you in heaven and be with God. But even going out into other nations where maybe the persecution is a lot more heavy, like you think of those Middle Eastern countries and things like that, this is a big argument for why we should go out and do things like that, whether it be full time or just a mission trip or whatever it may be, or even going out in the to the grocery store and telling the cashier or something about the gospel. This is something that this verse should really lead us towards, is sharing the gospel with others, because we shouldn't fear what's going to happen to us if we do.
Yeah, it's just a great example of, whenever we're, afraid or worried about something, whether it's on the grand scheme of, hopefully witnessing to someone, or maybe it's something smaller like, maybe a family member is gone down with an illness or something. It says, what time I am afraid, any time that we are dealing with something, when we're afraid, when we're worrying, when we're doing this anxiety, we just got to put our faith and trust that God will take care of it. And He can take care of things different ways, but I certainly like how you put it there. That's also a great encouragement for witnessing too. So I really like that. But with all of that said, that pretty much wraps up episode 7 of Chopping It Up, man. We're already at episode 7. That's crazy. Episode 7 and over 100 subs, Jordan. It's wild.
Yeah, man, it's been really fun so far. Hopefully we can keep it up here, and thank you guys all for watching again. Go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on them notifications. We still got that Discord up in the description of the channel. Go ahead and join that. We have we have a new member actually this week, so shout out to our members. Got the whole list right here for you, Josh. You ready for this? Here comes the weekly shout out for all of our channel members. So shout out to 414 Fish, Biggins, ATL Brian, Delicate Sweet Tree. That's our new member. Shout out to Youglis, Jaden, John Deere, and to Joseph. Thank you guys all for joining. And if you want a shout out, go ahead and join the Discord. It's a good way to get up with us with some recommendations, or maybe we'll get you guys involved in some stuff in there. So go ahead and join up, and thank you guys for watching. Chop on, boys.
Thank y'all for listening to Chopping It Up with Josh and Jordan.